Hello and welcome to Tell the People, a program about our Catholic faith with news and information in and around the Catholic Diocese of Lafayette. I'm Stephanie Bernard. In today's show, Trista Littell interviews Michelle Hernandez about the Catholic's Divorce Survival Guide, an upcoming workshop. Father Michael Russo's talk about abortion in this segment, what it means to be Catholic. And in a conversation with Bishop Michael Gerald, Monsignor Richard Green interviews Bishop Gerald about a call to prayer for life, marriage, and religious liberty. And now, Catholic news on this January 20th weekend. A series of men's work days have been scheduled at Our Lady of Sorrows Retreat Center in St. Martinville. Volunteers are asked to give up their time and skills from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. on February 9th and March 23rd. Men who have experience in carpentry, plumbing, electrical work, painting, concrete work, and general cleaning are encouraged to lend a hand. Holy Mass will be celebrated at 12 noon, and lunch will also be provided for the volunteers. For more information, please call the Center of Jesus Crucified, 394-6550. The St. Edmund's Altar Society will host a Day of Recollection on Thursday, February 14th at St. Edmund's Church in Lafayette. The event is scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. for registration, followed by the recitation of the Rosary inside the church. Other activities of the day will include the celebration of Mass, the opportunity for confession, benediction, and meditations on the Station of the Cross. The retreat master will be Father Chester Arsenault, pastor of the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist in Lafayette. Tickets for the Day of Recollection are $10 per person, which includes lunch for the day. Tickets must be purchased prior to February 8th by sending a check to St. Edmund's Altar Society, 116 Delmore Lane, Lafayette, Louisiana, 70506. For additional information, call 232-2849. Our Lady of Sorrows Retreat Center in St. Martinville will host a Lenten Day of Recollection on Saturday, February 23rd. The theme of the event will be Dying Well, the Death of Christ and Christian Death. Participants will be guided in pondering the sacredness of death as they reflect on ways to help prepare for their own deaths, as well as how to better minister to the sick and dying. There is no cost or registration necessary to take part, although individuals are asked to bring their own brown bag lunches for the day. Mass and confession will be offered. For more information, please contact Father Michael Champagne, 394-6550. Encourage is a Catholic ministry dedicated to the spiritual needs of parents, siblings, children, and other relatives and friends of persons who have same-sex attractions. Standing by the true teaching of the Roman Catholic Church, Encourage members support one another and their loved ones through discussion, prayer, and fellowship. Encourage meets every third Wednesday of the month. For more information, please call the Encourage Chaplain, Father Donovan Labe, at 985-395-3616 or contact him by email at dlabe@diolav.org. Father Michael Champagne will direct 2 married couples retreats scheduled for April 19th through the 21st and September 27th through the 29th. Both retreats will be held at Our Lady of Sorrows Retreat Center in St. Martinville. These preach retreats for couples will consist of talks and meditations pertaining to living out the sacrament of matrimony. Participants are asked to bring their Bibles, pen and paper, toiletry, and towels for the weekend. To register, please call 453-2385. Coming up next, Trista Littell interviews Michelle Hernandez about the Catholic's Divorce Survival Guide, an upcoming workshop.
Welcome to Tell the People. I'm Trista Littell with the Office of Pro-Life Apostolate, and joining me today is Michelle Hernandez. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you, Trista.
You're going to be speaking with us today about the new Catholic's Divorce Healing Program.
That's right.
So we're glad to have you here to share that with us. But before we get into that, please give us a brief bio about yourself.
Well, I grew up a Como here in Lafayette, the youngest of 6 children, and grew up in Fatima Parish. When I finished high school, I went to Loyola. I did my undergrad in religious studies and secondary ed. I taught in the Archdiocese of New Orleans for 15 years, doing religion and campus ministry in the high schools. During that time, I worked on my master's in pastoral and clinical counseling at Loyola. Graduated in 2010 and moved back to Lafayette after divorce. And I'm now doing counseling work at O'Quinn and Associates.
Well, the next question I have is this new Catholic's Divorce Healing Program. How did it get conceived?
Well, I became a parishioner at Our Lady of Wisdom on campus with my 3 children, and was talking to my pastor. They have a lot of marriage and family life activities there, and I kind of felt left out as a single mom and thought we really need something for single parents. And he, Father Bryce Sibley, our pastor, said, I think this should be something for the whole diocese. It's needed in the diocese. And so he encouraged me to meet with Father Jude in the family life office. And we started talking about some different ideas, and then the specific program we're going to use, Father Jude and his staff actually came upon at a conference they attended last summer.
Well, what's the focus of the program?
The focus of the program is on peace, power, and passion. It's about uniting our suffering with Christ and getting through all of the emotional difficulties that come with dealing with divorce. Then power is through forgiveness, that we receive the power that we need to, heal and be a better person. And then passion is about learning to live our lives again and be able to love and
So it's embracing redemptive suffering and using the pain that you've gone through, uniting it with Christ and coming out, drawing strength from it and finding your healing.
Exactly.
Finding resurrection in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Paschal Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. So what population of people is the program appropriate for?
Well, it's great for anyone who's either going through divorce or maybe in the last 5 years divorced, possibly longer if there's just some healing that needs to take place. But anyone in the Catholic faith in particular, because it is going to be geared for Catholics healing from divorce.
Can you tell us a little bit about the format of the program?
Well, the woman who established the program did set up 3 different ways that we could do the program. We chose the 2 Saturdays in a row. We thought that would be the easiest for single parents to get to, 2 Saturdays in a row. So it's going to be all day on a Saturday with a break for lunch, and concluding with 4 o'clock Mass. We're going to have 2 Saturdays in April this year, and then 2 Saturdays in October.
Well, it might seem like a lot, but as you said, you found that there wasn't the right place for you, so I'm sure that once you'd attend the first one, you're probably eager to go to the next one.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do people sign up for the program should they want to be involved in it?
Well, in January, the publicity is getting to the parishes, and it will be posted on the website for the Family Life Office. And they can also just call the Family Life Office, but the registration forms will be posted on the website.
Very good. Well, we still have a few minutes. Would you like to share with us some more information about the program or about yourself?
Sure. It's the way it's set up is it's a series of 12 DVDs, and each one is a 20 to 30 minute segment. And so the way the workshop or program will work is that we will play one segment and then we will process it. And each participant will actually go home with their own, will receive the Catholics Divorce Survival Guide for their own use during and after the program. Not everybody's going to be ready for all the things that this presents. And so if and when that person gets to getting past their anger or whatever their issue may be, figuring out how to do finances on their own, they can pull up that piece, and it's a tool that they'll take with them from the program.
So they can work at a pace they can handle.
Right, and wherever it is they are, the program can meet them there. So it's like an introduction to all the things you're going to need, the tools you're going to need to survive and hopefully do more than survive. It's called the survival program, but I like to think I'm going to thrive, not survive, and really heal. And so it'll introduce all the tools needed for healing after divorce, including relying on the sacraments and so forth.
Relying on the sacraments, and do y'all have small group sharing in the process also?
That'll be part of what will happen. I mean, as the program gets underway and we have more and more of the workshops, it may depend on the dynamic of the group, how many are in the group. We are limiting to 20 to 25 participants is what our goal is.
Okay, so you said they would sign up through the Office of Family Life. They could go to the diocesan website, which is diolaf.org, and then if they go to offices, they can find Marriage and Family Life, and the information would be there. So that's definitely one way that they can find out about it. So I just can't thank you enough for coming to share this wonderful information with us today. I know there are many out there that really need this program, and we're so thankful that we have it. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And stay tuned, folks. There's more to come on Tell the People.
Thank you, Trista and Michelle. Coming up next, Father Michael Russo's talk about abortion in the segment, What It Means to Be Catholic.
Hello, I'm Father Michael Russo, the pastor of Our Lady of Fatima here in Lafayette. This week, our nation will commemorate the anniversary of Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion in our country. And so I use this time with you to speak about this new civil war in our country, important because it is about two very crucial things. It is about choice, which is important, and it is about life, which is important. And we begin in the book of Genesis. Adam and Eve are told that they are not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat it, says God, you will die. Why could our first parents not eat from this tree? What's so wrong with knowing good from evil? But you see, the knowledge of good and evil here does not simply mean knowing. It means that Adam and Eve would think they could decide the difference between good and evil. They would be the ones to determine what was right and wrong. They would be the norm of morality. Do you see where we're going with this? Here is the original temptation. What's right and wrong for me is up to me. What's right and wrong for you is up to you. Do not impose your morality on me. I create my own values. I am accountable to nobody but myself. It's all up to my personal choice. That was really the original sin, to put choice above goodness and truth. So one of the first lessons in the book of Genesis teaches us that the power to decide what is good and what is evil does not belong to man, but to God. But as we know, the devil told a lie. Lies and murder go together. And so the question we ask ourselves during this anniversary week of Roe versus Wade is, do we know the lies? Here they are. Lie number one, the fetus is just a clump of cells, just a glob of tissue. Well, at one time, you were just a clump of cells, but what important cells they were for you. They were you.